Hello and welcome to Gap Stories. We focus on hidden and lost stories and try to fill in the gaps. Although these stories can't be considered accurate history, they are geared towards being as accurate to history as possible. Our goal isn't to rewrite history, but to portray history in a realistic way. Even documentaries have to embellish in order to push the story along. If you don't agree with the historical aspect, that's fine. This is mainly for entertainment purposes. But make no mistake, our goal is to stay as close to history as possible. Hit the like button and thanks for watching.
The Great Temple of Ptah, sunset. The sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky with strokes of orange and purple. The Great Temple of Ptah, a marvel of architecture and spirituality, stands as a testament to Hor-aha's devotion to the gods and his people. Inside the temple, Hor-aha offers libations to Ptah, the patron deity of craftsmen and architects. The scent of myrrh fills the air, and the flickering torchlight casts dancing shadows on the walls, adorned with intricate carvings.
Author, creator of the core, mother of the land, bless the hands that build in your name.
The high priest, an old man with eyes that have seen the passing of many pharaohs, steps forward, his voice echoing through the vast chamber.
Great Pharaoh, your offerings please the gods. Your reign has brought prosperity to Kemet. The temples you've erected stand as pillars of faith, and the cities you've founded are the envy of the world.
It is not for glory that we build these monuments, but to honor the divine and serve the people. For what is a pharaoh if not the shepherd of his flock?
And a wise shepherd you are, Hor-aha. The people sing your praises from the delta to the cataracts. You have tamed the chaos of the two lands and brought order to the cosmos.
As the ceremony concludes, Hor-aha steps out of the temple, his silhouette framed against the twilight sky. He is met by his son, the young Prince Jer, eager to learn from his father.
Father, tell me of your dreams for Kemet. What visions do you see?
Hor-aha takes Jer's hand, stopping him in the middle of the royal gardens to explain.
My son, I dream of a Kemet where the Nile's bounty flows without end, where the people live in harmony with the gods and the land. A kingdom that will stand as a beacon of civilization for all time.
The Royal Observatory, a night of new moons. The new moon hangs like a silent promise in the night sky, a time for reflection and planning. The Royal Observatory, a place where the heavens and earth meet, is where Hor-aha seeks guidance from the stars. The pharaoh stands beside the chief astronomer, peering into the vastness of the cosmos through the lens of polished bronze and crystal.
The stars, they are the gods' missives, are they not? What do they foretell for Kemet?
See there, my king, the constellation of the hippopotamus goddess. It rises in alignment with the horizon. It speaks of fertility and strength for Kemet.
Then let us hope that Torit's favor will bless the land with abundance. We shall need it before our ambitions stretch far beyond the horizon.
The scene shifts to the bustling docks of Memphis, where ships laden with goods prepare to sail down the Nile and beyond. The docks of Memphis, pre-dawn workers load the vessels with grain, papyrus and alabaster, the wealth of Kemet that will travel to distant lands. Hor-aha oversees the preparations, his vision for trade and diplomacy clear in his actions.
Ensure that these goods carry with them the spirit of Kemet. They are not merely commodities but emissaries of our culture and prosperity.
The trade minister bows, his pride in his work evident.
As you command, my pharaoh, the world shall know the generosity and might of Kemet through these gifts.
As the first light of dawn breaks, the ships set sail, their sails catching the morning breeze. Hor-aha watches them go, his heart filled with hope and determination.
May the winds of Shu guide you, and the waters of Happy bear you safely. The scene fades with the silhouette of Hor-aha against the awakening sky, a ruler whose dreams are as boundless as the river that sustains his land.
The Royal Library of Memphis, midday. The Royal Library of Memphis, a repository of knowledge and wisdom, stands as a beacon of enlightenment in Kemet. Scrolls of papyrus, inscribed with the history and secrets of the kingdom, line the walls. Hor-aha, with his son Jer and a group of scribes, examines a series of maps.
These maps chart the courses of the stars, the patterns of the Nile, and the boundaries of our lands. They are the keys to understanding Kemet's place in the world.
Father, will we explore all these lands? Will we know every secret they hold?
Hor-aha smiles at the future leader.
In time, my son. But first, we must ensure that the knowledge of Kemet is preserved for generations to come.
He turns to the chief scribe, a man whose life's work is the preservation of knowledge.
See to it that these scrolls are copied and protected. Let the wisdom of Kemet be as eternal as the Nile.
It shall be done, my Pharaoh. The words of Kemet will endure as long as the sun crosses the sky.
As Hor-aha and Jer leave the library, the scene transitions to the bustling streets of Memphis, where the people go about their daily lives. The marketplace of Memphis, evening. The marketplace is a tapestry of sights, sounds, and smells. Merchants hawk their wares from spices to linens, while artisans display their crafts. Hor-aha walks among his people, not as a distant ruler, but as a shepherd among his flock.
Your labors, your crafts, your trades, they are the heartbeat of Kemet. It is through your hands that our kingdom thrives.
We are blessed by your leadership, my Pharaoh. You have brought us peace and prosperity.
And what of you, my craftsman? What do you shape from the earth?
I shape the clay into forms that please the eye and serve the home. It is my tribute to Kemet.
Then let your tribute be known far and wide. Let it be said that the hands of Kemet's children are blessed by Ptah himself.
The royal court of Kemet, a day of unease. The sun beats down on the royal court of Kemet, but a chill of concern lingers in the air. Hor-aha sits upon his throne, his brow furrowed as he listens to the reports from his advisors. The usual bustle of the court is subdued, the whispers of silk robes and the clink of jewelry replaced by hushed tones of urgency.
Great Pharaoh, the news from the southern border is troubling. The Nubians, once our conquered foes, now rally under a new leader. They speak of reclaiming lands lost to Kemet.
We have shown them mercy in the past, allowed them to live in peace. Why do they rise against us now?
The court falls silent, the question hanging heavy like the air before a storm.
It is said this leader is a warrior of great prowess, claiming descent from the gods themselves. The people grow restless with such talk.
Then we must quell this unrest. Send envoys. Offer gifts of gold and grain. Remind them of the prosperity Kemet brings.
We are glad you're enjoying the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button for us ladies. Please?
As the envoys are dispatched, a figure emerges from the shadows. It is Queen Nithotep, her wisdom as revered as the gods. Age has bent her frame, but her eyes remain sharp, piercing the veil of uncertainty.
My son, be wary. The hearts of men are fickle, and the gods' favor is a fickle mistress. This challenge may be a test of your reign.
Hor-aha nods, the weight of her words not lost on him.
I shall seek counsel from the gods. A pharaoh must be both spear and shield to his people.
A sudden gust of wind extinguishes the flames, plunging the sanctum into darkness. A shiver runs down Hor-aha's spine, a sign perhaps of the trials to come. The scene fades with Hor-aha's silhouette against the darkened temple, a king standing firm against the tides of fate.
O Horus, falcon of the heavens, lend me your sight that I may foresee the path ahead. Grant me your strength that I may protect Kemet from those who wish her harm.
The scene shifts to the inner sanctum of the temple, where Hor-aha offers prayers to the gods. The flickering flames cast a spectral dance upon the walls, the incense clouding the air with the scent of divinity. The inner sanctum, nightfall Hor-aha kneels before the statue of Horus, the god of kingship and the sky. He seeks a sign, a divine whisper, to guide Kemet through the brewing storm. The royal chambers, a night of whispered secrets. The moon casts a pale light through the gauzy curtains of the royal chambers. Hor-aha, the living embodiment of Kemet's might, paces restlessly. The recent reports from the southern border have ignited a fire of concern that not even the cool night air can quench.
These whispers of rebellion, they are like the hiss of the asp in the darkness. They threaten the peace of Kemet, the unity hard won by my father's hand.
Nethotep, her face etched with the wisdom of her years, watches her son with a mixture of pride and worry.
My son, the crown is a heavy burden, one that bends even the strongest reed. You must be the papyrus that sways but does not break.
Your guidance has always been the star that guides my ship. But tell me, mother, how does one quell the storm within the hearts of men?
With truth, my son. With justice and honor. These are the pillars upon which Kemet stands. They must not crumble, even in the face of dissent.
The scene shifts to the outer palace, where two figures cloaked in shadow converse in hushed tones. The outer palace, the hour before dawn. The figures, advisors of Hor-aha, exchange worried glances, their voices a mere whisper against the backdrop of the slumbering city.
The Pharaoh is strong, but even the mightiest wall can be eroded by the persistent tide.
Indeed, and the Nubians are not the only concern. There are murmurs of discontent among the people. The taxes, the labor. Some feel the yoke of the Pharaoh's ambition.
The first advisor nods, the gravity of the situation pressing upon him.
Then we must be the voice of reason, the calm in the storm. We must remind the people of the prosperity that Hor-aha has brought to Kemet.
As the advisors part ways, the first light of dawn begins to touch the horizon, signaling the start of a new day, a day filled with the promise and peril of a kingdom on the edge of change. The scene fades with the rising sun, casting long shadows over the land of Kemet, a land at a crossroads of destiny and desire. This story is to be continued. If you like what you see, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also hit the notification button to be notified when the next episode is dropped. Also share this video with your friends. Why? Because this ish is dope. Tune in for the next episode of Gap Stories.